What's going on, guys? My name is Ezel, and this is my wife,
Yelsa.
and welcome to our reaction channel, The
Ezels
Ezels React. Now, typically, I don't really like to react
to reactions.
However, this title I could not refuse. It is This Is a Lie. They make anime characters' eyes big and skin white because they want to be white. This has to do with anime, and I've mentioned this before.
We're both anime fans.
We're anime fans. We watch a ton of anime, guys.
Grew up watching anime.
Grew up watching it. And so, this has to do with anime, and yeah, apparently race. I'm so curious. Also, shout out to Abba and Breach. If you guys do not know them, go check out their channel. We'll leave a link to the original video, this video. But we haven't seen this, so let's see what is going on here.
Today's topic, I love anime. A lot of people know this. I do anime live streams and stuff like that. And one person commented was like, man, Japanese people are so obsessed with white folks that they make all their anime characters look white. Now, this is a very common idea. People have believed for a long time that when Japanese people are drawing these characters, they're all made to look like Caucasian folks.
I thought that too.
There's a really important...
I thought that as well.
I thought that as well. It's weird because growing up, I really didn't care. And then the older I got, I was looking at them and I was like, I noticed Sailor Moon has blonde hair and blue eyes, and I haven't seen one Asian person with blonde hair and blue eyes.
I wondered, the thought did cross my mind. I would say in the last 10 years, the thought crossed my mind. I actually thought about it long and hard and couldn't come up with an answer. I may have even Googled something, but let's continue.
Important video I want you guys to watch.
Hey guys, it's Yuta. So if anime characters are white is an age-old question, but have you actually asked Japanese people about it? Check this out.
でもこれが韓国人じゃん。韓国人。中国人か韓国人系。
どこら辺がそう思いました？
髪の毛の感じとか、ちょっと細い感じとか。韓国人。
むずっ。超わかりにくい。なんだろうこれ。何これ。フランス人とかじゃなくて白いところ。とか言ってしまえば日本人。白人。
See, that's something too.
What's that?
That's something too. That's something I had learned years ago. They were like, you could tell the difference between certain like people in the Asian community based on how they speak and sometimes skin color. And they were saying that the Japanese tend to be fairer in skin complexion.
難しいよね。日本人じゃないの？ロシアとトルコのハーフ。いやでもね、髪の毛の色がもう黒以外っていうのがもう慣れちゃってるんですよね。だから別に、だからこれでも全然日本人に見えるからもう。
じゃあ日本人だ。はい。
これは日本人だ。瞳の色が黒だね。
これ日本人じゃない？日本人。目が細い。そう。目と眉毛とか、あと唇が細いとか、薄いところとか。韓国人。日本人もっと丸い感じ。
Like she said, his lips are thin and not pronounced.
Yeah, I think she did say that. This interesting.
Are those supposed to be characteristics of?
See, me as an outsider, I wouldn't know to look for those things to differentiate because African American features
tend to be
sometimes our nose. Of course, I know we're known to have broad noses, big lips, but me personally, I consider myself to have small lips.
No, you don't. But you got to think about it this way. A lot of people, when they say that, they're not thinking about when we say that what that actually means. When I say that, if I say like, oh, black people have more pronounced features, I don't necessarily mean like they're really big. I mean like they're more pronounced, like they have more roundness, more depth to them. Like when you look at them, from an artist's point of view, it's very, very noticeable.
Okay, so
we do have broader noses and we do tend to have fuller lips. Even the people with the small lips that I've seen, their lips tend to be fuller than a lot of people with thinner lips that are
Okay, I
know
okay,
this kind of.
we're gonna keep going.
Yeah,
'cause
let's
you
just keep going.
The mess
I
out of
just
me
confused him.
and probably the audience.
これはあれでしょ。これはだってもう。
これはもう日本人
これはもう日本人。ちょっと知っちゃったからかな。
知っちゃってるからこれは
銀玉っすもんねこれ。
これこそまさに日本人。
これ日本人です。
これあれじゃん。
いやでも日本人これも
日本か韓国かな。
Now, whoever this character is, this character, I haven't seen this anime. I think they said, did they say Gensan or something? To me, I would say that character looks Asian. To me, looking at the character,
Yeah.
But that's different. That's a big difference between that and Sailor Moon,
Yeah,
or
huge
Tuxedo
difference.
Mask, or
Tuxedo
韓
Mask.
国っぽい韓国
目がちょっとこうキリッとしてる。
韓国人韓国人白い細い日本人
わ急に。おっぱい大きい。可愛いな。これなんだろうね。これでも日本人にしか見えなくない？
でも金髪だよ
ああなるほどね。
See, even they said it. She's
Hosomi.
blonde though.
これもう日本人だろう。
いやーこれはね意外とねベトナム人です。日本に興味があってコスプレしてるベトナム人です。
巨乳だね。
こっちの方が日本人だと思って
なんか清楚そうなところ。
もう全部日本人に見えるからな。日本人。
日本人です。こんなのどかな感じは日本っぽいからですね。背景も含めて。
ちょっと中国っぽいけど俺は。
あ
中国
あエレンだやっぱスタイルがいいしなんかアニメに入るというかそういう感じがするから現実とは違うから
目の色が黒くないから
髪の色も黒くないから
そこ色白いから白人。
うん。
あと細身
違いが細身。
細身。
白人細身。
目がパッチリしてるからかな。そんなことない。
見てる時に自分感情移入するから結局自分の同じ。
Meet your next pillow.
Okay. So far, to me, it just sounds like everyone who's giving an opinion. These guys, they're saying everybody looks Japanese to them, but it sounds like there's quite a bit of. It sounds like there's confusion.
Yeah.
I don't. Let's keep going. I want to get to see what Abe and Preach have to say about this.
国籍というかに投影しちゃうんじゃない。だから日本人が見れば日本で行うの日本人に見えるし。
でもそれを作り上げたキャラクターの作家さんすごくないですか。っていうことは、まあ、キャラクター自体がいろんなものをミックスして作ってるっていうことですね。
白人が多分日本がなんていうんだろう外国人の方が綺麗とか
ちょっと憧れがある。
そうで多分キャラ自体をそっちにしてる気がする。
Personally, I hadn't even thought about anime characters being white until somebody pointed out. Because anime characters have always looked Japanese to me and not even generic East Asian. They looked specifically Japanese.
これはドイツ人ドイツだ鼻が高い彫りが深い目が青いロシアロシアわかるこれはロシア頭良さそう
ロシア頭がいいイメージ。
You just know there's a Russian watching this with some vodka in his hand, like, we are smart.
That was very smart.
No. Why do I want to play this video? Because I think the West dominates online media a lot. Mm-hmm. And they impose their standards and their issues on everyone else.
Yeah.
Meaning the way that they feel about a certain topic and the problems that they have, they feel like everyone else must be dealing with in the same way. Mm-hmm. In Japan, with their context and their history, right? They look at these characters and they see themselves or they see other Japanese people when they look at it. When we look at it, we see a symbol of white supremacy, all this.
But it's not.
But it doesn't make it true. And considering that they invented it, right? That they make this stuff, I do think there's a bit of arrogance in the sense that we think everything revolves around us. And we impose our ideas on people over things that they themselves made. Right? And so when you sit there, you're like, well, this is what it means to you. How would you know? You're not living their context. You don't understand what they're going through. Right? And I think we have to be careful not to go into the world thinking the concepts that we understand, everyone's going to understand in the same way. And this was very humbling for me because I believed that my whole life. I'd heard it. So I'm like, yeah, white people, everyone wants to be colorism. Bam, but it's not necessarily the case for everyone else.
And I was ready to dispute it. I was like, nah, man, that's definitely what's going on because of this and that, the jawbone and the way they do surgery and stuff like that. But they have a whole different way of thinking. They really do. And they see themselves in there. And when they draw white people, it's very different. Yeah. I've seen that in mangas. I've seen that in it's different. It's not like the main characters. It's when it's white people,
you can tell.
You could tell.
You can tell.
There is a difference. There is actually a difference.
Well, they could tell. When they saw the Russian person, they immediately thought like, oh, he must be somewhere else. Yeah.
You just have to look at. You have to watch a lot of mangas and a lot of things to know that. Not only that, but you have to ask questions. Yeah. You have to ask the proper questions. So that video was very interesting and very eye-opening into other people's.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to stop it right there because I want people to actually go and support Abba and Preach and watch the full video. But what do you think about what they're saying so far about how the Japanese see their own anime? Like, how do they? Because what they're saying is, as a black person in America, from our context, we see it on television and say, oh, they're just it's the whole colorism thing and blase. But when you ask the people in the street over there, what do you think about that?
As it pertains to specifically animation, I would have to agree with what they said in the video. As it pertains specifically to animation, not anything else, because if I could, I'd take it into a whole other topic, which would make certain things that they said not necessarily true. But since they're talking specifically about animation, then I would have to say yes.
And to give context, guys, my wife is an actual animator.
I don't animate anime. I animate actual.
But yeah,
I animate cartoons that I created, so they look like how I want them to look. It's in my style.
Right.
But animation in itself is a particular style. It's a particular.
Right. I think one of the Asian guys said something about maybe the Japanese are very fond of the European look. I think I did see one of them say that, and I thought that was interesting because
again, that can go into a whole other topic.
It could.
So that's why I was like,
it could.
Well, we're specifically talking about this, so I'm just going to stick to that.
Yeah. But I don't know, guys. I try to be very
open-minded.
I am open-minded, but when it comes to things like this, black people enjoy anime.
Yes,
we enjoy it. We've taken it on, but it's not really a part of our culture. We didn't invent it, is what I'm saying. As far as I know, the first time I heard about anime, we used to call it Japanese anime.
Yeah, that's what we.
Not everybody just said anime. We used to call it Japanese anime.
That's
so my understanding is it originated in Japan. That being said, it's not my culture, but it is something that it's kind of become pop culture, right? Yeah. You see it in Megan Thee Stallion talking about anime. It's become a reference in rap songs and etc. So it's kind of become pop culture, but as far as something from originating in my country, not necessarily. So there's a lot of things missing in translation and even I've heard that they clean up and change the anime a lot of times when they push it into different countries because of the culture differences, right? Like Sailor Moon back in the 90s, there was something going on in the story plot. They said, nah, we don't want that in America. Take this out, take that out.
Oh yeah,
change
they
this,
did.
change that,
They
and boom,
did.
and they release it.
Yes, that's
so,
true.
I can't really, that's what I'm saying. We're kind of on the outside looking in, and because we're not actually inside, it's hard to speak on it with the utmost clarity without sounding ignorant, I would say. Okay, because this does get into race. It does.
But that's, like I said, that's a
and people don't want to talk about race.
topic.
People don't want to talk about
That's
race.
a whole other topic that doesn't necessarily pertain to anime. But
because there's the politics of the business behind anime as well.
But it's so interesting that you thought that younger, because when I was younger, I saw it as like a really, really cool art form as far as cartoons go, because it was so different from American cartoons. I just loved the style and how they created each character individually, just everything, all the different color hairs. I thought that was cool. I thought the storylines were cool.
Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo. That was my joint, and that was the first time I think that was the first time I recognized the art style was different. And I thought Mega Man looked so cool, but it was his art style. And I had seen Mega Man before that on the first Nintendo, okay? On the first Nintendo, I remember Mega Man, I played it. Then the Super Nintendo came out. My dad got me a Super Nintendo, and I remember getting Mega Man X cartridge and looking at the graphics, and then the design, the art style in the game. And I fell in love with it because of how it was drawn. I just thought it was way cooler than the American cartoonist art style. It just looked way better. That was my first time being exposed to it that I can really think of before Dragon Ball Z hit the States. And yeah, I'm saying the same thing you're saying basically. Well, I did see Sailor Moon, but I didn't watch that. But yeah, I thought it was cool. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think? What do you guys just weigh in on this? What do you guys think about what Abba and Preacher's saying so far? And go and watch the rest of the video. I'm sure they're gonna elaborate, give more context. I'll leave that in the description. Also, guys, make sure you like this video. Hit that like button. Give us a like. We're putting out videos every day, growing in the algorithm, gaining new subscribers. So if you want to be a part of that journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button, all right? And we will see you on the next video. Peace!